Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Aurora Racing League back again for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in the United Arab Emirates. We allegedly, according to Rayner, the message I received was, can you make it today? It's going to be the first time we have a full grid. And I also got a message from Young Leader saying, streaming today, we have a full grid, lol. So, fingers crossed, we get four more drivers. Actually, 5 more drivers now that I've clicked spectating. Let me just type in chat. Stream is live. Now I need to set all of my stuff up, as per usual. So 15 people, 6 people in chat, Jesus, already. 6 people watching, welcome to the stream. I just need to actually test. Ern is in the chat, hello Ern. I need to test it. Yep, the microphone is working. Right, I have my track map up. Why are you racing with a messed up throttle? Dangerous. I've missed stuff in chat for sure. Throttle pedal's messed up, so if I get top 5, should be driver of the day. You're alone for today, says Ern. Finally a nice full race. God, there's loads of people. I fixed it in settings, it's a little off now. There's loads of people in chat. I've been doing the streams for over a year now, and this is the first time we should have a full lobby, and this is probably the most packed the stream has been, at least for a very long time now. And Ern, brilliant news, Ern. I have fixed my camera settings, so no more of that hideous camera angle when I'm riding on board. Yeah, I knew you'd love that. Unfortunately, we'll be starting the race with only 15. Hopefully we get a few more. If not, this is still... is there a heli view here? Do you mean is there a helicopter camera that I can flick to? Well, I hope so. Because I wish I could pick the cameras I get to choose. I wish that the spectator cam was so much better. Because I can't pick what cameras to switch to. If I could, that would be literally incredible. But I can't. But yeah, Helicam is my favourite in the game. Literally, it's brilliant. Anyway, I've been streaming for over a year here. I've only ever had one co-commentator. So if there's anyone in chat who thinks, you know what, I'm going to give up on racing and decide to become a commentator with me, that'd be class. I'd love to have a partner. But no, here we are, Abu Dhabi, at the Yas Marina circuit. 16 corners. This is obviously the updated layout from 2022, where they got rid of the first chicane for a hairpin. No, Yes, no, they got rid of the first chicane, made it a longer straight, and made the hairpin wider, and then got rid of another chicane for another hairpin. So basically, they got rid of all the interesting aspects of this track. Just kidding. Right, look at this. I mean, this is a stacked lobby, and for the first time ever as well, we're using custom cars, which is going to be a bit difficult for me because obviously it's much easier to have a car, if you know what I mean. But yeah, custom cars, we do need them to work because apparently there's some glitching going on, or not first. Wait, what do you mean no? Anyway, apparently there's a... Oh, hang on. Sorry about that. I'm back. So what I was gonna say was, I think there's a glitch in the game at the moment where some of the custom cars, so for example, a Red Bull might be running faster than a Williams, even on equal performance, something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that's what I heard. That's what I've seen a little bit of, so I'm imagining this is why we've moved over for this time. I hope that's not a permanent thing, because I really do prefer being able to read out team names, you know. If you've ever watched any of the streams, you'll hear me refer to the McLarens as the papaya orange and the Ferraris as the Scuderias. Wait, Andrew isn't in. Yeah, Andrew isn't in at the moment. I think he will be soon. I hope he will be, or unless the Discord chat sent something else and he won't be able to join. Right. Let's run through the starting grid. So let me just set all my stuff up real quick here. Nice. Okay. Internet is garbage. He said he's having problems. Oh, right. Okay. That's really unfortunate. Anyway, we got Raj Kayla. Wow, I think I'm gonna butcher that. Raj. I think I might be able to just get away with saying Raj. So if I can, I'll just say Raj. Beast plays. Obviously, he's not new. Ernu, this is Ernestas. Good old Ernestas. On his new account. So I'll just call him Ern. We got DJ, we got Koiz, we got Randro, we got Dissolve, Marshy, who is a returning driver. Don't call me that, LMAO. Ernestas. I will call you Ernestas. Sure, I'm just going to call you Ernestas, I don't care. What are you going to do about it? Stop watching the stream. Actually, don't do that, never mind. I'm going to call you Ern. Marshy, returning driver. Young leader. Oh, Koiz is just at the fastest level, 123.8. That is the benchmark time for the session. It's been beaten by Tenastic, who is a new driver. Let me get through this quickly. Young leader returning. Rayner returning. Jack Perry, Bandit Camp. .com. That's interesting. .com. A website within a username. Interesting. Or maybe it's his email address, actually, which would make more sense. Because I think it's meant to be Jack Perry at Bandit Camp. But the at is not a symbol that the F1 game can comprehend. Bandit Camp is for Rust. Ah. I don't play Rust, but fair enough. And we have had someone else join the party, and it's totally no pro, I think. Or I might be wrong. Anyway, let's quickly get through these. Raj has just gone second fastest. DJ with a 122.2 is a blistering lap time. He's over a second faster than everyone else. Jesus, DJ. Unreal. Randro third. Berserker, he's a new driver. 7th. Marshy's got an 8th. Right, who else have we got? Jack Perry, he's new. Totally no pro, he's returning. Mickey's returning. Mikhail is returning. Mickey, I've not seen Mickey in a while, actually, I feel. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, I'm excited for this. We got a lot of drivers. We've got a few laps as well. We've got 13 more minutes of qualifying left. Crikey. Lots of time for a lot of change. A lot of people on their laps as well. A lot of people who put their laps in. We'll have a look at Totally No Pro now, who's still yet to put a lap on the board. It's going to be a lot more difficult to follow this race. Due to the unusual amount of traffic that we've got. My mate's just sent me a video of him moonwalking. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. What else have we got? Right, okay, so we got yellows in Sector 3, that's not good. Top-notch commentary. Cheers, Moon Radar. Well, it's qualifying, isn't it? So I don't really know what you want me to say. Ooh, was that car spinning around? Yes, it was. It was Marshy. Through the... Ooh, and he's just pulled right back onto track and almost wiped out... I don't even know who. So it's going to be really difficult for me to follow the commentary because I can't just tell who people are judging by the cars because I don't know anyone's custom car. So that's going to be a bit of a pain. There you go, Ern. That one's for you. Have a look at that. The camera, the normal camera's back. Totally No Pro's still yet to set a lap, but here he comes. Never mind, Totally No Pro's left the session. Ern, yet to set a lap. See what he can do. Through turn 5 and on the throttle down this ridiculously long straight. DRS open, we'll see how fast the car goes down the straight to turn 6 and turn 7. That awkward chicane, 203 miles an hour is what we reach, and then this really kind of tight left-hander, and then the right-hander, and Ern's got it wrong, and that is a difficult part of the track, I think, to get right, and that's proven by Ern just going wide there. Yeah, if you don't hit the brakes right, you could go right across. Yeah, so if you brake too late, you're going across the chicane like Hamilton did in 2021 when he was forced off the track by Max Verstappen. Strong opinions there. Trying not to lose viewers though. And if you kind of brake too early, you can find yourself running over this bump going into the chicane, which is not good at all. You can also find yourself on the throttle losing the rear, trying to go through turn 7, that right-hander out of the chicane. You can find yourself running just right off the track. So it's a difficult part of the section, I think. Underrated difficulty is Ern smacks the crap out of the Barlard there. Completely obliterates the Barlard off the track, and he went for another lap, and now he's slowed down to get out of someone's way. And everyone's coming back onto track. We got 10 minutes late, 9.5 minutes left in the session. And everyone is back out on track. Here's DJ on a flying lap. 6 seconds, 7 seconds, 8 seconds. Why am I commentating the seconds? I don't know. DJ, he's the first to set a new lap time. He's our current pole sitter as well. Provisional pole position, Rayner, who is second fastest, still over 6 tenths off him. 0.648 seconds is Rayner from DJ, and DJ flying once again here down the straight. Let's see how fast he goes. Ern reached 203. DJ reaches 206 into the chicane. We ride on board through the chicane. See the bump I was talking about, and then through turn 7 as well on the exit. Nice and clean, tidy through the chicane. That sets him up nicely for this run. DRS open yet again. This is the run down to the hairpin of turn 9. Which was once a chicane, which has now been turned into this very, very big hairpin. And finds his way through that nicely up to 10, 11, and 12, which is this sharp right-hander here. Traffic getting in his way. That could slow him down a little bit. 14, he's going through now, the Latifi Wall of Champions. And then 15, and he's slowed right down as DJ. Yeah, I think the traffic got to him, actually. And messed up his lap. Right. anyone else. I mean, the times are going to start falling in a second. Mikhail crosses the line to start his lap time, actually. It's really difficult to follow what people are on their lap times. But I think we'll just go to Rayner for now, because he is provisional second place at the moment. Let's see if he can knock DJ off his perch. Through the chicane goes Rayner. Let's see how he takes it. Pretty nicely, pretty clean as well. Down the run, down to turn 8, which is there, and then 9, which is right ahead of him now. That big hairpin on in lap. I nailed the chicane. Amazing game. That's how it goes sometimes. Rayner, slower sector 1, but his sector 2 is purple. This could be a good lap time for Rayner. We'll have to wait and see what he does when he crosses the line. These final few corners now through 13, then 14, up to 15, and then the final corner, turn 16, right through the penultimate corner now, up to the final one. We got yellow flags in sector 2. Here's Rayner to the line. Let's see what lap this is going to be. It's at 122.5, but not enough to knock DJ off of his perch. There's a lot of things being put in chat, and I'm trying to focus on what's happening on the track as well. So if I'm not reading your thing, just maybe post it there again. I'm not sure. Mikhail gets himself up to 3rd with a 122.9. See if I can get the chat set up on my phone. But no one able to knock DJ just yet. We got Randro, but he's over a second down on his time, so that's an unlikely P1. This is Dissolve, who's got a little bit in it, but not this lap. Clearly, he's miles off the pace, and into the pits he goes as well. Jack Perry on an invalidated lap. Marshy not on an invalidated lap, but apparently 3.8 seconds down according to the game. A 10th down through sector 1. I think the game was lying. And we might as well stick with Marshy and see what he can do. Right, wheel disconnected and got damaged, says Beast. Okay. So that's what I missed. Okay, cool. I've got the chat set up now, so we can have a look. Marshy through the chicane. We'll ride on board and see how the drivers attempt this hairpin. Damn, that's not a bad lap from me, aha. Yeah, young leader, 5th place. Good lap. 10 people watching the stream. That might be a new record. Not sure. Yeah, but if you are watching the stream, even if you're racing and you can't watch the stream, if you've got the ability to, unvalidated lap there from Marshy though, if you've got the ability to, I would really appreciate it if you just put it on in the background and muted it, because although it seems a bit dodgy way to get viewers, it pushes the stream out to more places, and then I've got more of a chance of bringing more people in, and then that's how you grow the league at the end of the day. So yeah, if you can do that, that's great. If you can't, that's fine. I don't blame you. Here's DJ out on his probably last hot lap of the day. His current time of 122.2. Can he improve on this? He's 500ths down through sector 1. Round the first hairpin of turn 5 and down this really long straight to turn 6 and 7. That awkward chicane that I was talking about before. Totally No Pro rejoins the session. And here comes DJ down the straight. How fast does he get to? 6 miles an hour before he hits the brakes. That's pretty consistent at the moment. We ride on board with him through the chicane. Takes it well again. Back on the throttle. Running up to turn 9 now. This other hairpin. This new addition to the track, that hairpin. So let's see what he can do. And how he takes that line inside to outside. Which is what I expected, to be honest. Now, this is a bit more of a technical section of the track. Quite a few 90-degree right and left-hand turns. Through turn 14, he goes to the penultimate 15 and then the final 16. Through the penultimate corner. Let's see what lap time this is going to be for DJ. Is it going to be enough to improve his lap time? Yes, it is. It's a 121.9. What a lap time that is. That is going to be extremely difficult for anyone to beat. Raj Keller out on a lap here. He's 2.5 tenths up on his time. Let's see what he can do through the final few turns. Oh, he spins and hits the wall. And that is the end of qualifying for Raj. Huge crash there, coming out of turn 14. Just a bit too eager on the throttle, the rear end couldn't deal with it. And into the wall it goes, and any chance of trying to get that car back in the pits and out one more time is crushed. By the fact that the wheel comes flying off. Beast, I think, also DNF'd, pushing the car too much. Yeah, that's what he's confirmed in the chat. That is a shame for Beast as well. He's out, and Raj and Beast with a similar story. Here's Mickey. He's still early doors, totally no pro, really struggling, and that's Andrew. To anyone who knows him in the chat, really struggling to get this session's work out from Mickey, using all of his DRS, all of his ERS, sorry, down that straight and into the chicane. You can just see how for some drivers it's a lot more difficult than others. If I finished the lap, I would be P3. That's heartbreaking for Beast. Anyone else on a lap time? We got Tenastic, sorry. Anyone else who's nearly about to cross the line? Here's Coys, who set the benchmark time and hasn't really improved on it. He hasn't actually improved on it. This is his original lap, and he literally hasn't made any improvement from that since Ern crosses the line, and I think he's really struggled in this qualifying. Coy's getting closer to the line. You got yellows in Sector 1 and Sector 2. This qualifying's coming to a close, but the drama is not. Here's Coy's about to cross the line. Let's see what he can do. It's good enough for P2. What a lap time from Coy's. Great recovery to get provisional P2. And he does retire from the session. Just to make things quicker. I think Randro's just started his lap time, so we'll have to wait and see what he can do. Tenastic rounding the final corner to cross the line. What's this going to be? It's 5 seconds down. That's poor. Could not improve. And that's qualifying over for Tenastic as well, I'm pretty sure, at least, unless he was harvesting for one last push. Here's Randro, the only other guy who's actually doing a push lap right now. And he's just gone around the first hairpin of turn 5, and now he's going down the straight. See how fast Randro can get. We've seen 203 from Owen, 206 from DJ, the current pole sitter. We see 208, nearly 209 from Randro through the chicane. Rapid down the straights. Is he rapid through the corners? Let's watch his... actually, let's see how he approaches turn 9. This long hairpin. Outside to inside. Maybe trying to... You've got to be really careful on the rear. He's gone purple in Sector 2 because it's very easy to spin through that hairpin if you're a bit too eager on the throttle. Final few corners will stay on board with Randro. He's currently P5. Where can he put himself? He runs wide, but he doesn't get it validated somehow. Turn 15. All he has to do is make it through the final corner clean, and let's just power it down to the line. That's what he's going to do. It's going to be good enough for a 7.5 hundredth improvement, but he's only good enough for 4th. Mikhail, flying. He's got a purple Sector 2. Let's see what Mikhail can do. Young Leader just ahead of him. Let's see what Young Leader can do across the line. And I think Marshy or Jack Perry, one of the two, is about to cross. No, Young Leader's invalidated, so we'll have to go back to Mikhail. Andrew isn't joining. It's his Wi-Fi is bad, says Ern. So that's Andrew out for this race. Mikhail crosses the line, good enough for 4th. Rayner's crossed the line, only good enough for 3rd. Or he's not even left the pits, actually. Is there anyone that can deny DJ of a pole here at the Yas Marina circuit? Well, there's very few that can. Marshy crosses the line to go P5. Dissolve crosses the line to go P5 and take that off Marshy. And now we're waiting on Berserker to cross the line. He's got only a few more corners ahead of him. 15 and 16, rounding the penultimate and now final corner. Berserker, power down to the line, but it's not going to be good enough for an improvement, and he stays P14. DJ is on pole here at the Yas Marina. And that's your grid for the race. DJ pole by 0.5 of a second. Unbelievable pace from DJ there. Coy's second with a good lap, but not good enough to take it off DJ. Rayner P3 needs a good performance if he wants to move up and put pressure on the championship, because he's been struggling this season. Mikhail P4, Dissolve P5, Marshy P6, Randro P7, Young leader P8, Beast plays P9, Mickey P10 to round out that top 10, and then Tenastic, Raj, Jack Perry, Berserker, Earn, and Totally No Pro round out the bottom 6. Totally No Pro obviously is not going to be racing, so that's really more like a bottom 5. I will be putting chat away now, so that I can keep an eye on championship standings. So if you do put something in chat and I don't see it, I apologise. There's not really much I can do though, because I need to have a look at this. No, never mind, I get an advert on. Right, I think this is what we want. F123 season 5. Yeah, that's the current one. Sorry about this. We have an app, and it's actually a good app, to be fair. Right. So, Koi's leading the championship with 110 points. Rayner, 93 points, and he's second, so just behind Koi's in the championship now. So, making good movement, actually, to be fair. Mikhail is third. With 90 points. And the formation lap is underway. With DJ leading them under this. So basically there's only 4 drivers that right now are in the championship fight, which is Koi's, Rayner, Mikhail and Randro. They are all here. Randro though finding himself in 7th, whereas Mikhail, Rayner and DJ Mikhail, Rayner and Koi's are all basically 2, 3 and 4, so right on top of each other for the race start. Randro needs to put a bit of work in, because he is the one who's in 4th place, and he is the one that this is going to hurt the most if he can't put that performance in. Yeah, I mean, just having a look. I mean, this is a 35 driver championship, basically, because of all the reserve drivers that we have. That's pretty much all I need to see. I can actually go back and get the chat back up, so that's what I will do now. And there we go. Right. So we got DJ will lead the way. He has been rapid in qualifying consistently. It wasn't just one good lap. He's been consistently rapid. So expect to see him win this race if it all goes his way. I would brace for that as well, because I mean, dominance in the qualifying. Behind him is Koi's, who we know has pace. Rayner and Mikhail are going to be behind Koi's, really going to put the pressure on them. And they are actually in order of the championship as well. So Koi's leads the championship. Rayner and Mikhail both need to finish ahead of one another, and also ahead of Koi's. Mikhail spinning around, it seems, there. So not a very good formation lap for him. Maybe the pressure gets to him a little bit, and he's wearing a Verstappen.com livery. So I've already lost every ounce of respect I ever had for Mikhail. Just kidding. If you can't tell, I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan. But don't let that sway your opinion of me, because, well, I mean, it probably will, to be honest. Anyway, DJ lines up on the grid. We've got, oh, this is a sprint race, never mind. I don't get any notification whether it's a sprint race or not, so I just don't know. Sprint race, 10-lap shootout. Who's going to take pole for the actual feature race? Well, we'll have to wait and see. I imagine it's going to be DJ unless something horrible goes wrong. Raj has got disqualified. Well, we'll wait and see. The lights are about to be on ahead of us here at the Gas Marina circuit for the sprint race. The green flags are waved. The lights are on. They're just taking their time. Here we go. We've got 5 red lights ahead of us for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. It's a very even start, but I think that, yes, DJ just about pulls away better. Into turn 1 we go. Koi's just filtering in behind. Rayner trying to cover off Mikhail. Mickey's already out of the session somehow. Dissolve. Slotting in behind them. He's under pressure from Randro, who's moved up 1 place off the start as well. DJ leads him down. Oh, hang on a minute. There's a safety car already. What on earth happened at the start? Safety car. How many corners into the race were we? How many corners? We hadn't even made it to turn. I think the safety car came out through turn 3. Through turn 3 and 4, yeah. 3 turns. What on earth? Okay. Interesting start to the race. We've already got a safety car. This is the thing. I mean, it's 8 o'clock now in the UK. It was 7:30 when we started. The amount of safety cars we get in this league, I end up having dinner at like midnight. These races can go on for a very long time. And now I just sit here and wait for the safety car. I mean, there's literally, I can't add anything. I mean, the race hadn't even started properly. You know, maybe a few laps in, it's fair enough. I mean, but, you know, the race hadn't even really begun. So I've just got to sit here now and, yeah, I don't know. Who was it earlier on in chat? Absolutely fuming at the start. I don't really care, to be honest. I'm joking, but it was. Yeah, it was Moon Radar. Said top-notch commentary when there was literally there was nothing happening. It was in qualifying. There was nothing happening, and he said to me, I don't know who Moon Radar is, but he said top-notch quality with a skull face emoji. I'm like, I don't know what you want me to do. It's qualifying when nothing was happening. Mickey is in chat, and here's what he has to say. Happy with my first corner, thanks to the Alpine. Well, because we're not in actual cars, you're probably wondering, wait, how is there an Alpine? It's Raj. Raj is the guy with the Alpine livery from the first 2 races of the season, the pink Alpine, or maybe, I think it was the first 2 races of the season. Alpine W. Says Gus Cloak, so already some discourse in the, in the chat. I imagine what's happened there is Raj has just sent it and hit Mickey, and yeah, you can fill in the rest. Mickey out of the session. Safety car out on the track. And safety car's in this lap, thank goodness for that. It wasn't out for long. Green flags being waved. The safety car will return to the pits. And DJ will have Coys, Rayner and Mikhail. Right there, my back hurts, yes, says Mickey. Which is basically a fancy way of saying he got absolutely obliterated into turn 1 from the rear, I imagine. And for Marshy's retired from the session. And DJ's gone. And we're underway, back racing again. Rayner and Mikhail relatively close, and in the background there you can see Beast Plays trying to dive down the inside of Young Leader. Bit of contact there. Looking back up the track, Mikhail trying to get a run on the back of his championship rival from last season, the season before, and the season before that. Rayner, these two battled it out for years and years. Tanastic and Berserker overtaking each other at the back there. No, they're not. They're in the pits. That's what's going on there. And here comes Mikhail on Rayner into turn 1. No, not what am I on about? Into turn 6, sorry. Of the hairpin, Mikhail can see Rayner right there in front of him, position for the taking, but there isn't really anything he can do about it just at the moment. Behind them is Dissolve. He'll see if he can get his way up the order, and then behind Dissolve is Randro, who it is crucial that stuff happens there. Looking down the order, Raj and Ern going at it. There's a 3-way battle here for P9 actually. Jack Perry just in front of them, who leads this little train of cars. But no overtakes being done at the moment. Looking back up the order, we've got Mikhail still hanging to the back of Rayner. And they will just follow one after the other. DRS trains maybe starting to form already. Young Leader. There's a big gap from Jack Perry to Young Leader. And then Ern has dropped massively off the back of Raj, who is actually, to be fair, all over the back of Jack Perry. Mikhail he's going to have a really nice run here down this really long back straight. DRS not open, but Mikhail doesn't really need it. It's going to be a drag race, but he isn't going to win this drag race, and he will just have to fit in behind Mikhail for now. Yeah, I mean, I think Mikhail will struggle here because, I mean, it's just a case of DRS transforming. If Reina can stick somewhat decently to the back of Koi's, then Reina's not really going to get Mikhail's not really going to get a breath of fresh air, but at the moment he is much closer to the back of Mikhail than anyone is to anyone else on the track right now, and just right on board with him. I mean, if there was a straight somewhere, who would benefit the most? Would it be Mikhail? Would it be Reina? It definitely wouldn't be Koi's. I mean, he would get overtaken by the pair of them. DRS is enabled. You look how shaky the rear end is on Mikhail's car there as they go around the final corner. Reina, oh, touching the back of Koi's, and Mikhail has gone through both of them. There's a bit of ghosting going on somehow. Koi's has left the session, probably due to internet. And yeah, Mikhail is up to second place, and Koi's is, well, essentially out the race because he's disconnected. Down the back straight we go. Dissolve, DRS on Reina. Reina, DRS on Mikhail. And Reina is going to fly past the side of that Red Bull and up into P2. Takes that position back on Mikhail. But Mikhail has DRS, and he's going to go to the outside, down to the run, down to turn 9. This left-hander, Reina has the inside, but he can't keep the position, and Mikhail is back ahead of Reina. So a bit of back and forth from these two, and Dissolve is just going to see if he can stick his nose anywhere, maybe get a position on one of them, put himself in the fight, but he's just sitting back from them at the moment. You can see the difference in Reina and Mikhail's lines on the track. Remember, this is just for a qualifying position for the race, the main event. But yeah, looking at Reina, maybe he has just dropped off the back of Mikhail a little bit. Maybe Mikhail has done quite well for himself. Koi's rejoins the session. He's down in 6th at the moment. That was with his AI driving. Reina running wide from turn 1, managing to get back on the track though. And this is where Mikhail's going to have to defend a bit, because Reina nice and close, 2 tenths, 3 tenths to gap, going through turn 5. But look at this slipstream. ERS is ready, and DRS as well, and let's see how Mikhail can cope with this. I don't think he can cope with this. To the left hand side of the track goes Reina, down the inside he goes, gets that position back for now, but remember, Mikhail is going to have another shot at him, because DRS is going to open for the man in that Red Bull livery, and back around the outside he's going to go and retake P2. Helicopter cam, beautiful stuff. Reina's going to see if he can squeeze it back down the inside. He can't at the moment. And look at Mikhail, just going to try and pull away. Dissolve, looking for any opportunity for overtake here. And look at how closely these three are following. P2, P3 and P4 up for grabs here. Randro in P5 needs to get close, because the two guys that are in front of him, including Dissolve, well, excluding Dissolve actually, are... well, they are just ahead of them in the championship, and it's crucial that he qualifies ahead of them for the Grand Prix. But that doesn't look very likely to happen. Koi's leaves the session again, and he's now down in 8th. And Mikhail looking comfortable in P2, and even if Reina does manage to get past him, I don't think he's going to be able to get past him for long, because Mikhail will just retake him. Koi's is asking for a re-invitation from Mickey. And Reina, DRS, down that main straight. And to the outside Reina goes this time, and he finds his way past Mikhail. And nearly makes contact through the chicane. Oh, and difficult upshifts there for Mikhail, but we ride on board with him. DRS open again. Reina defending the inside for his absolute life. Whatever it is, Mikhail is going to try and get past him. Reina is going to try and squeeze him out as much as he can, but he can't do much more than that. And Mikhail back up to P2, and it's going to be back and forth like this for the rest of the race at this rate. Look at the state of the lag, though. Trying to watch these guys. Totally no pros now left the session, and he will drop from 10th further and further down. Yeah, this server, these servers on this game are just shocking. And you can see that Dissolve has actually dropped off massively. I think there must have been a bit of a spin for him. Yeah, Beast, I can sympathise with you here to some extent, because I mean, it must be worse from a driver at least. But trying to watch this is very difficult. I can't race side by side or at all. It's so bad, says Beast. Impossible to race. Unfortunately, that is the state of the F1 games at the moment. It hasn't been. Yeah, people teleporting down the inside goes Rayner into the chicane. This move was a little bit later than the rest of them. Rayner struggling to stick with Mikhail, and now Mikhail is going to switch him back on the outside with DRS as well. Mikhail actually might fly off a little bit here. Will Rayner try it down the inside into the hairpin? No, he won't. He was looking at it, but he won't go for it. It's difficult to watch though. Sorry, I just muted myself by mistake there. It's difficult to watch because the cars are like teleporting around the place, and it's kind of difficult when there's loads of them together, and then all of a sudden someone's in front and you don't exactly know how. Yeah, it's not great. Rayner just struggling. He can't get past Mikhail and stay in front. He'll overtake him, and then Mikhail will get him back straight away. Or what the growing issue could be here is that Rayner might not be able to get past Mikhail in a second. Lag spikes. Watch the young leader. Is a call from the chat, so I've been told to watch young leader. I do want to continue watching this battle though. Down the straight we go, DRS for Rayner. And let's see what he does here then, down the straight. You can see young leader in the background there, but here's Rayner. Down the inside he goes. Into turn 6, gets the overtake done. Simple, right? Looks easy. No, because then Mikhail is going to come right back at him. DRS open. Rayner's going to hug the inside, but Mikhail knows that there's not really much defending to be done here. And with DRS, he's going to go down the inside. Mikhail, nice and bold there. Squeezes the car down the inside and gets the position back. And this is what it's been like for the past few laps. Mikhail able to just keep P2 by doing what he's doing. And Rayner, there's really not much he can do. We'll have a look at this battle with Randro and young leader now. Is there going to be somewhere where he tries to force it up the inside? We've got yellows in sector 3. It's Dissolve. He's out of the race. Yeah, and he's crashed. That's big debris. Big damage for Dissolve. And he is very out of this session. Young leader just being held up by Randro. Not able to get past him at the moment. Will he try something on this last lap? I think he probably will. But it's more important to stick with this, because this is really something that matters for the championship. Rayner will do everything in his power to get a better starting position for the race over Mikhail. Let's see what he can conjure up. Is he just going to sit behind Mikhail down this straight? No, he's not. He's going to go for the move and he's going to get it done. But that's what Mikhail wants, and that's what Mikhail is looking for. Oh, that is interesting. They ghost through each other. Rayner finds himself behind and out of the session. He's disconnected. So, very interesting. I'm not really sure what happened there. Ernst retired from the session as well. Randro on the back of young leader, who's made the overtake and can't get the re-overtake, and young leader will stick to 4th for now. But yeah, Rayner DC'd from the session. DJ will come to cross the line, win the sprint race, and sets himself up brilliantly for the main event as well. Mikhail will round the final corner to finish 2nd with a net position gain of 1. Rayner will cross the line, disconnected, but will get 3rd. Young leader 4th, Randro 5th, Raj 6th, Coy's 7th, Jack Perry 8th, Berserker 9th, Totally No Pro 10th, and Tenastic 11th. And out of the 16 drivers that started, only 11 managed to actually finish this. There's even more drivers who got disconnected in the process as well. That concludes the sprint race then, with Mikhail getting second from starting 4th, Rainer getting 3rd, starting 3rd, but he did have 2nd in the bag. I think if he hadn't have maybe got disconnected at one point, it might have been a bit different story. DJ, either way, pure dominance through and through, and you can expect to see that again for the race. Young leader 4th from 8th, good drive from him. Randro 5th from 7th. Raj 6th from 12th, another brilliant drive there. Coy's dropped down to 7th from 2nd. Jack Perry 13th from 8th, Berserker 9th from 14th, but you've got to take into account that some of these people just got positions from other people DNFing. I'm not racing, says Owen. So much lag. So we already got the first person to basically just say no. Just say that they're not going to drive due to the lag. And yeah, this is the state that EA has left the game in. I mean, I don't know. New lobby for race. Okay, so everyone needs to leave. I don't know what everyone else thinks, but I think since EA's taken over, I think the game's just gotten worse and worse and worse, especially with the servers. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? I swear I won't be able to get in, says Beast. EA garbage servers for real. Well, I play FIFA and I can confirm, oh my lord, the lag in some FIFA games is horrible. I mean, I've got fiber Wi-Fi. I mean, to download this game, it took me 10 minutes to download this game. I play Battlefront 2. I feel your pain. I used to play Battlefront. I much prefer Battlefront 1 over Battlefront 2, but, you know. I've got, like, fiber, so it shouldn't even be, the internet shouldn't even be this bad, but it is. Oh, it is. On EA servers, oh my god, it's terrible. I hate EA as a corporation. They ruined Battlefront 2 and just go, yeah, no, literally. Remove so many, yeah, I mean, Battlefront 1 was just so much better, I thought, than Battlefront 2. But EA, I don't like them as a corporation at all. Yeah, no, I think they're just a bad company. And I was playing literally seconds before because when I get on, I'll admit it, to be honest, like, before I get into before I do the commentary normally, what I'll do is I'll be playing other games up until the point where I need to do the commentary, and then I'll get on and start commentating, right? I was playing Need for Speed a second ago, literally a second before I started the commentary for this evening, and yeah, they're EA servers for the online, and they're shocking. I mean, it's impossible to race on that against real people because people are just lagging everywhere. So it's like, even when it's quote unquote running smoothly, it's like horrible to try and overtake people because 1 second they'll be like to your right, and then another second that you've gone into the rear of them. That's just for Need for Speed. I mean, I can't imagine what it'd be like doing this. Well, I can imagine actually, because I played F1 22 and it was horrible. I don't know if it's still as bad as F1 2022 or if it's worse than F1 22. But yeah, either way, EA servers are abysmal. And as a corporation, they're just terrible. I just hate them. I really do. A lot of stuff happening in chat. I'm waiting for an invite. Actually, I might have got an invite. Yeah, I have. That's apologies. I always forget when I don't get any notifications come through when I'm streaming, because otherwise the notifications show up. Are we discussing an admin? I don't know what that means. Sorry, Ian. What do you mean by we're discussing an admin? Oh, we are discussing an admin. Right, okay. I get you. We are discussing the state in admin in chat. Yeah, I get you. Sorry. It's because even if the lobby is fixed, I'm still gonna lag all over the place. It says beast. Yeah. Hopefully not, but you might be right. 29 laps of this as well must not be fun for some people. I'm starving. I don't know about anyone else. Someone quick donate me 100 quid so I can buy myself a McDonald's. A good bit of McDonald's. Do you reckon I set donations up? I just blag it and say, oh, it goes towards league funding. 100 quid for McDonald's. You've not seen my order, and my order is incredible. I'd pay them to bring back the barbecue. No, the goes towards RMD's food. Yeah, literally. I'll just get takeaway. We're actually getting Chinese tonight. I'm not kidding. We're getting Chinese. My dad. That's why I had to mute before when I was doing qualifying, because my dad came in and was like, "What do you want to eat?" I was like, "I'm streaming, but I've got my mic on mute." Let's get Chinese. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna get Chinese. So we're getting Chinese. That's good. But I'm not gonna be able to eat it because this race is gonna go on for like 50 hours. So I don't mind. I like watching the races. It's just bits like this where the game's like clearly just broken and there's nothing you can do about it. It's a bit of a pain, really. And it is for me and it is for drivers as well. The worst bit is safety cars. I don't know if we still got them on increased or not. I can have a check now, actually. We need to get them on standard, because the amount of safety cars is abysmal. I swear it's meant to be here. I'm just not saying it. This is 3 races in a row we've had to restart. Yeah, it speaks levels about the state of the game, doesn't it? Rules and flags, right? That's where I need to look. Safety car standard? Oh, fair enough then. I mean, just look at the internet bars on the right side of the screen. Young Leader's one who's hosting, and he's got 1 bar. 2 bars now, but still. I mean, as we wait, I guess I'll ask some questions. Is anyone excited for Christmas? Or if you don't celebrate Christmas, your alternative? Yes, same here, Aaron. I'm absolutely... Right now, I'll tell you, I'm wearing my hoodie. I've got the hood up, and I've got my... Have you seen the Lego... No, I haven't. What is it? It's like 100 days away. Yeah, I know, but I'm still excited for Christmas. You know, it's basically winter in the UK now. I'm hyped for Christmas. I mean, I know it's far away, but it doesn't feel that far away to me. I don't know why. I mean, it is far away. But in November, I mean, that's basically Christmas at that point. Lego. I'm guessing that meant to say Lego UCS Venator. Oh, that's sick. Wow, that's very expensive, but that is sick. Oh, the starships as well, man. I like Star Wars, like I do. I'm a big fan of it. I've watched all the movies, like, and everything, and I've watched all the series. Except for what's her name? Ashoka or whatever her name is. I've not watched that. It's over 5,000 pieces. I hate sequels. Disgusting. Yeah. I hate the last three. They're terrible. They depict Luke Skywalker completely wrong. Ashoka is very good. I got her name right at least, or Ahsoka. Oh, my bad. I mean, it's basically the same. Is it? Yeah. I need to watch it. But the thing is, I'm not watching the last episode of The Mandalorian yet. Because the reason why I'm not watching the last episode of The Mandalorian is because I want to watch it with my dad. So I was up to date with it, and I've just not watched the last episode. And I'm waiting for my dad hasn't even started it yet, but he will start it soon. So I'm just waiting. But I like Star Wars. I don't like. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy Lego as well. I don't really have any Star Wars Lego. I have a bit. Did you watch the one where? Yeah. That's the last episode of season 2. That was like sick. That was so cool. To see Luke Skywalker depicted like that was sick. But the problem with the last 3 episodes, the last 3 episodes of, not episodes, I know they're called episodes, that's what I said. The last 3 movies that they made, 7, 8, and 9, Force Awakens, and then the other 2, because I can't, The Last Jedi, and then, I don't know, The Last, Rise of Skywalker, I think, that's it, right? I did not like them. I didn't like the way that they depicted Luke Skywalker either. I think that was just wrong. But yeah, no, I do like Star Wars. I mean, I'm not like as big of a fan as you are. Definitely not. And I mean, there's definitely bigger fans out there. They made a dude who refused to kill his own father, who was a reincarnation of the dark side, almost kill Kylo because of a bad dream, and made him old. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So I'm on like the fence between casual Star Wars fan and like a real Star Wars fan. I'm like in between that, if you know what I mean. So I know bits, but I'm not like super mental about it, if you know what I mean. But I do. I mean, my bedroom is. It's quite funny. I've not even mentioned it. I've literally got. I'm getting this changed eventually, but because I've just not had time to get it changed. But I've literally got a Star Wars themed bedroom, so I don't even know. I've not mentioned that yet. Like my curtains are they're like stars, and like my wallpaper is Star Wars. And stuff. And I've got a picture of like Darth Vader, and then 2 stormtroopers, and I think it says Star Wars. Empire style lights. No, I don't have LEDs, but I wish I did. That'd be sick. Actually, to be fair, I set this up. My alarm for the morning is literally like as if you're on like a battleship or something, like a ship in Star Wars, and it wakes up with a bunch of like alerts and warnings and stuff. And then it says that like you're getting like attacked or something, and then it says like initiating light or light speed or whatever it's called, and then it makes the sound effect. You fly off and then it plays the Star Wars thing. It's sick, but I still don't then claim to not be a diehard Star Wars fan when my entire room's based on it. I am changing that eventually, but I don't know. That's pretty sick, I guess, for someone who likes it. I have an Emperor's Throne room, TIE Bomber, Obi-Wan's Starfighter, Luke's helmet, and Obi-Wan versus Vader. That's sick. This is boring though. This stream, I mean, there's like 6 people watching now. There's nothing to even watch. I'm just sat here in the lobby like I have been for 10 minutes. I'm adding the UCS. Yeah, that is sick though. It's Anakin's too. That is sick. I mean, it looks so cool. My mate's got the Star Destroyer. No, The Death... What? Star Destroyer, Death Star. He's got the Death Star. I would actually really like the Star Destroyer over the Death Star, though. It's ironic it's Anakin's starship, but there's no Anakin figure. I've got a book... Hang on, let me get this one. I've got the visual dictionary for everything about Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, right? I've got it right here now, like, and it's got a little exclusive Luke Skywalker figure in it, and I never took it out because I thought, oh, it looks cooler that the figure's in there, and I always thought, oh, I could take the figure out and put the figure back in. But then I never got around to doing it. And now I'm thinking, well, maybe I'll just never take it out, because maybe it's worth something. But yeah, this is a sick book. I'm not ready in ages, but seeing as we're here and we're not doing anything, how does it look? So it's got Lego Boba Fett, it's got a AT-RT, a Republic police gunship, a Republic gunship, and then the it's like a micro Millennium Falcon, that's what it's called. And it's got build an exclusive minifigure Luke Skywalker in the bottom right, and it's like this chrome finish which looks sick. Like, it's like, it looks really cool. It's got like the timeline of all the sets and everything. I mean, it's really cool, really detailed as well. I've also got a book called, I think it's like everything, everything, his clothes black, wait, hang on, his clothes black, maybe. No, he's in his white clothes when he was at, when he was at his home in Tatooine. I mean, I can put a picture on the Discord if you really want. I can DM you a picture of it if you want. It's a really cool book. It's like really detailed as well. So if you're into your Lego Star Wars, then I mean, I would actually recommend it. I'll DM you now, actually, a picture of it, and then we'll get back to actually F1, because we are loading in now, thank goodness. Earn XD, that's your game tag, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. And it's not the best photo, but that'll do, I think. It's like it's quite a thick book as well. It's massive as well. Like, to put into perspective, that image I've just sent you, that Boba Fett is like the size of my hand. So you can put into perspective. That looks sick, damn yeah, I know. It is good. It's a really good book. I need to go and put it back now and get everything set back up. We finally loaded in, back again for F1. Daniel, remind people for setups. Oh, sorry. Yeah, setups, guys. Do your setups. I played Skywalker Saga. I need to get that. Yes. By the way, Paolo, you can just call me Dan. Or Daniel. I don't mind. I literally don't. Everyone, do your setups. Because Young Leader has told me to. Do your setups. Do not forget to do your setups. Otherwise, Young Leader will find you. It's fun until you complete the campaign, then it gets boring. Fair enough. I think that's the same with most games like that, though. 10 people watching, nothing's happened for the past, like, 30 minutes, to be honest. And we've got the formation lap for the race. Here we go. This is what we wanted. Let's see if lag is here. Yep. Right. So as we know, DJ's on pole, Mikhail second, Rainer third, Young Leader fourth, good performance from him in the sprint race. Randro fifth, Raj sixth, good performance from him as well. Koi seventh, bad performance from him, second to seventh in the sprint. I don't think it was really his fault though, he got disconnected, so Koi's, I take it back, it wasn't a bad performance, it was just unlucky. Jack Perry 8th, Berserker 9th, Tenastic 10th, Dissolve 11th. That was a difficult one for Dissolve as he crashed out on lap 9. Queen's Stone Age 12th, Beast Place 13th, and Mickey 14th. We just have a look at DJ. Getting ready. I'm genuinely starving. I mean, I don't like leaving the stream, so I didn't go and get myself some food, but I really should have. I'm absolutely starving. And we got 29 laps, mate. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna starve to death before this race is over. Right. I mean, predictions for this race. DJ's rapid. I really do see him winning this race. I think it'd be very disappointing and very, very surprising as well if DJ didn't win this race. Mikhail and Reina, as for them, it could go either way. I think Reina showed more out and out pace in qualifying, but Mikhail showed better race pace in that sprint just before. But then again, it's a sprint, isn't it? And I find Reina's better over long distances, so we'll have to wait and see there. Young leader 4th. I mean, let's see if he can hold his own. And for Randro, he does need to improve if he has any chance of climbing up the ranks. In the championship, you can see some spinning going on in the background there. Andrew isn't in. That's not good. Right. We are lined up on the grid ahead of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here at Yas Marina. The lights are on. And it's lights out and away they go. They will hold for very long off the start. DJ, not as good of a start this time. And into turn 1, he's already contested and already overtaken by Mikhail. And then Reina finds his way up the inside and into first. But Mikhail gets back past him and goes jumping over the bumps there. And that's going to give him underbody damage for sure. DJ back into the lead of the race, but Reina back down the inside. DJ losing our position. Koi's up to 3rd. He's done brilliantly off the start of this race, and Reina leads them down to turn 6. But look at this DJ down the inside. He's going to go on Reina to take the lead of the race. Is he going to make the move? Does he have to make the move? Yes, he does, but he's not going to make it stick. Reina still in first with an absolutely brilliant start to this race. DJ second, and under pressure from Koi's is going to try and get around the outside. But he can't, and DJ does cover that move off well. And now look at this, DJ making a lunge around the outside, trying to get first place away from Reina. And he has done, he's ahead. He's ahead of Reina. It's difficult to follow, but yeah, no. DJ retakes the lead. Was it inevitable, maybe? Was it inevitable this early on after he'd been overtaken like that? I don't think so. But he has made his way past nevertheless. And he will hope to drive off into the sunset. See Koi's putting pressure on the back of Reina as Reina maintains pressure on the back of DJ. But you can just see the difference in the lines between these two. Whose is faster? Well, clearly it's DJ's. But Reina, he's not over yet. And Koi's is about to get overtaken. Down the inside goes Mikhail. It's a good move, and it's good enough for 3rd. Reina, quite a way back from DJ now. He's going to have to use quite a bit of ERS if he wants any chance of staying with the man who was on pole for the race, for the sprint race, and pole for the normal race as well. And I think DJ is going to start pulling away now. Mikhail, under pressure from Koi's, he has really dropped off. They can't even make equal performance cars. Equal, yeah, no. I mean, it's a pain because it's really difficult to commentate cars that aren't equal performance. You can see a move behind us. That's Berserker down the inside. A young leader making that move stick. Good move there. Is young leader going to try and find a way past? Well, he is going to try, but he isn't going to. Randro drops down 2 places off the race start as well, just a note. Koi's up to 4th. I mean, it's a brilliant start to this race. Unbelievable. Young leader getting back at Berserker, and Berserker has gone around. And will find himself at the very back of the grid after that spin. And Reina already second behind DJ. And this is where it begins. DJ will start to pull away now. And I can't really see anyone denying him this win. Mikhail and Reina, though, they might start to battle a little bit here. You can see Koi's behind Mikhail, though. Can Koi's put up a fight? Can Koi's get the DRS and get past Mikhail? I don't think so. Stone Age gets 3 second time penalty for multiple warnings. Here's Koi's right all over the back of Mikhail, ready to make a move when necessary. Mikhail getting closer to the back of Reina, but still not close enough to make a move yet, even with the 2 doses of DRS that you get back to back here at Yas Marina. And they just file into this sort of pattern. One car after another. Oh, look at that though going on here. Mikhail under all kinds of pressure from Koi's. What can Koi's do? DJ gets a 3 second time penalty. Not a lot that Koi's can do actually. Going through 3 and 4 down to 5. And it looks like Reina might be able to pounce on Mikhail might be able to pounce on Reina before Koi's can pounce on Mikhail. Let's see. Down the straight we go. Mikhail gaining on Mikhail, on Reina, sorry, but not close enough. And yeah, no move there. As we file to turn 9. Here's Mikhail down the inside of Reina for P2 and he gets it. Relatively easy there for Mikhail. Those 2 dosings of DRS really helping him out. And Reina just going to look to try and maybe get a move back down the inside somewhere. No, there's no opportunity really, is there? And I think Reina is going to have to look elsewhere if he's going to get re-overtake Mikhail. The question is, can Mikhail look to go and overtake DJ? Let's see how the gap does when Mikhail's behind DJ. It's still growing at the moment though. Reina will try and follow. And through turn 5 they go. You're going to see Reina gain quite drastically. This is what we saw so much of in the sprint race. With these two, just Reina would pass. Oh wow, down the inside goes Reina. And also down the inside goes Koi's. And Mikhail loses 2 positions in one corner and he goes into the back of Koi's. Does he get damage? I don't think so. Here comes Koi's. DRS will be open against Reina. And now Koi's is going to go around the outside. And in only a few corners time, he's gone from 4th to 2nd. That's good driving there from Koi's. I did not expect to see him make the overtake down the inside on Mikhail. And Mikhail has actually been really screwed over in that aspect, where he's just completely been mugged off by 2 drivers and not been able to come back at all. Reina, P3, has not... He did gain a position and then lost it subsequently straight after. But Koi's gets a 3 second time penalty and you just saw him go a bit wide there on the Latifi Wall of Champions. Stone Age another penalty there already, and Koi's already a less of a threat than Reina and Mikhail thought he would be. The championship leader actually does need to finish higher than Reina and Mikhail if he does want to pose a real threat at winning this thing and start to pull away with the points, because at the moment a 3 second time penalty is not going to make him look very daring. Randro is back up to 5th and now will start to put Mikhail under pressure, so I think Mikhail's actually losing pace to these two. Did he get damage? Not any visible damage. Here's Reina with DRS on Koi's. Is he going to be able to get past him? Will he just sit for now? He's going to try it around the outside, and he will get it around the outside as well. It's the problem with Reina though. I don't know why he hasn't done this yet, but Reina just gets past and then DRS goes to the other driver, and straight away he's going to lose that position. Around the outside. Yeah, and Coys has got P2 back. Rayner just needs to wait and get the DRS into the next corner instead. But alas, if he doesn't, it'll be a rinse and repeat, a cycle of Rayner making an overtake and then getting re-overtaken. The only thing that can break that cycle is a safety car. Or if Rayner actually does use his head and just waits that one corner before making the overtake. But I don't know if he's going to do that. Right, Mikhail on the back of Rayner now. So, Mikhail made up that time that he lost before. Rancho, not so much. Young leader, not so much either. Right. Watch Mikhail. Watch how close he gets to the back of Rayner. Into turn 5. Watch how close he gets down the straight as well. Wide line there from Mikhail. I think he messed up his braking zone and messed up his throttle as well because he's very, very slippy on the rear. Here's Rayner. He's going to go for the move on Coys again, isn't he? Yeah, he is. He's going to try and force it around the outside. And he will get the move done, but yet again, how is this helping Rayner? Because now 2 cars behind him have DRS, and watch them both come flying past him. Or at least just one of them. Maybe 2 into the left-hander turn 9 we go. And look at that, Mikhail might just get past Rayner on the outside. They're side by side, through the corner, and through goes Mikhail. And this is the problem. Rayner just isn't thinking here with this overtaking. He's just allowing Mikhail to get past him. He's allowing Coys to get past him, first of all. But then he's allowing Rayner as well. Mikhail as well, honestly. Butchering these names are ridiculously. Right, Rayner does need to get past one of these two. Because at the end of the day, Mikhail and Coys could get stuck in that same cycle. We've got a very slow-moving Raj back there. Well, no, I think that was actually Queens, actually, sorry. Yellow's in sector 1. That's Raj. And he is. And that is a virtual safety car. So I was going to say, and Stone Age is also retired from the session. Ah, Raj got back going, I think. No, it wasn't. It was Jack Perry. I think the one that he was slow. Stone Age is DNF'd. And left the session. And there's a virtual safety car. Yeah, Stone Age. Yeah, did get a lot of penalties, you're right. Yeah, oh. I'm tired. And we get back racing again. Coys. Pressure all over the back of him from Mikhail. Rayner just dropped off under the virtual safety car. Yeah, I think Stone Age probably did just DNF because he just picked up too many penalties and couldn't be bothered finishing the race. See where Rayner in the background just dropped off under the virtual safety car, and now Mikhail has got a better chance than anyone to get into P2, but nearly making contact with the back of Coys there. This is the thing I want to see. What is Mikhail's approach to this? Will he just go flying past as well? Yes, I think he will. Now look at this. Rayner might be able to capitalise on Mikhail's greediness, but I don't think so. He's a bit too far back. Look at this though. Mikhail is just going to get robbed of a position here because Coys is just going to go flying past him again. And around the outside, he makes that move look simple because, let's be honest, it is when you got that DRS in that area. Right, Rayner really needs to do a job here and get back within range of these two in front of him. I didn't know this before, but I did keep seeing it. I've just kind of like not commented much on it. DJ Rancho gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. DJ he has got a time penalty, so I'm not sure how much of this will change. He's still 3 seconds ahead. Berserker gets a time penalty. Even Rain runs it very wide out of turn 1. And my TV has decided now would be a good time to do an auto power off, but luckily I've got the remote right next to me, so that's no issue. Yeah, Rainer, I mean, you're going to watch Mikhail right now, and you're going to watch him maybe not go flying past Corey's, actually. I think he's too far back. Yeah, I think he is. So this is probably going to work better for Mikhail if he can get this right. If he can't, well, then Koiz has broken out of the... Oh, never mind. I was going to say Koiz has broken out of the cycle, but Jack Perry has brought out the safety car. These three are going to touch. I don't know. I think it's been clean driving into the pits. These two go. Let's see about Rayner. Yeah, into the pits as well. Something is going to happen between them. Do you reckon? Maybe. See if everyone's going into the pits. I think at the moment they all are. I want to see the pit action actually. DJ first out. Then Koiz, then Mikhail, then Rayner. So nothing, no changing in the pits. Through this cool looking tunnel. And then back out onto the track. I won't buy a front 24, me neither. I'm just going to stick with this game. I've got no reason to buy a front 24. It keeps getting worse and worse. Yeah, no, exactly. That's the thing, isn't it? I mean, I don't think I'm going to buy it. Look at this. People are coming flying out of the pit lane, and the safety car was right there. So then everyone has to, like, back up. Since 2020, it kept getting worse. So my understanding is 2020 was, like, the best F1 game ever, right? So then you got to cut 2021 some slack that it couldn't be as good. But I played 2021. I really enjoyed it as a game. I mean, I didn't play 2020. I played 2019, then went to 2021. 2021 was my favourite F1 game ever. One of my favourite games of all time. Loved it. Brilliant game. 2022 was... Yeah, so 2022 was like the worst game I've ever played. No exaggeration. It was horrible. What a waste of money. And this 2023 is not much better. But it is better. It is definitely better, but it's not much better. But I am enjoying my career modes more in this game. Thing is, the only reason why I got this game is because I wanted to do the commentary. But next year, I'm not even going to get the next year's game, no matter how good it is. It would have to be like insanely good for me to get it, because yeah, career mode's been the same for years. They definitely have to rework it. Yeah, the thing that I'm saying about me preferring my career modes is just that it's more. I'm enjoying the driving more, if you know what I mean. Yeah, no lag since single player, exactly. Oh, the safety car is still out. 12 laps in. And there's mods on PC where they take effort to install. And the view counts drop down to 4. Brilliant. And they don't really make my career better. Fair enough. At least you've got the option of mods. The mods ain't good at all they add is some liveries and helmets and some other stuff. Ah, right, okay. I'd still like to experiment with, you know, the stuff that Arav does, like nothing to really change the gameplay. That's fair. Right, safety car is in this lap. We'll wait for DJ to get up and going, but Coys is like miles behind him. Look at this now. Coy's basically pushing him through the final corner. And DJ's gone, and he's actually gone really well as well. Oh yeah. It's a good getaway for DJ. Coy's had to brake to avoid going into the back of him, and DJ just absolutely smashes it now. Getting away well out of the gates. Mikhail getting away quite well behind Coy's, but Rayner really having a poor restart. Yeah, dropping back massively from Mikhail. DJ down the straight will lead them. Can Coys maybe conjure up an overtake on the man who has been completely dominant this whole weekend, weaving around to get heat into the tyres? DJ almost insulting Coys in the sense that he doesn't feel like he needs to do much to keep him at bay at the moment. Mikhail dropped off Coys down that straight massively as well. And that's going to help Rayner a little bit, but Rayner's still dropped off hugely as well. I mean, these guys are on the hards, which is a point. DJ, I mean, Coys is on the medium, so it's expected that he'll pull away. But what is DJ on? DJ's on the mediums. So Coys and DJ will pull away because they're on the mediums. These guys are on the hard, so they're looking to go to the end of the race. These guys are going to need to get quite a bit further ahead of Mikhail to make their strategy work. Otherwise, they'll have to run these to the very end, which is not going to work. Wow, lighting the track up with purple, and Coys goes faster than DJ that lap. So I think Coys has a chance, you know, here. These medium tyres, he's coming into his element a bit more. And not much happening here, but Rayner on the back of Mikhail, going to see if he can get a move on, well, his rival. Looked for it down the inside, thought the better of it, but he's going to have a nice run down to turn 9. Out of 7 he goes. This left-hander's technically classed as a corner, so that's turn 8, and here we go. Down to turn 9. Slipstream galore for Rayner, but it's not enough to bring him close to the back of Rayner. Mikhail, sorry. Honestly, if you guys had a pound for every time I said Mikhail instead of Rayner, and Rayner instead of Mikhail, you'd be rich. Very, very rich. Rayner still sticking onto the back of Mikhail, but Mikhail running wide there, and that will give you a warning. For exceeding track limits. DJ going the fastest lap now, so he's come back into his element on those mediums, and Coys hasn't really got much of a chance here. All he has to do is pull away from Mikhail. But Rayner, 5 tenths, 6 tenths to gap, DRS enabled. He will need a nice run here. Hits the detection point. And there you can see the DRS will open in a second now. DRS is open for Rayner. And down the straight he goes. Is he going to be patient? Of course not. He's going to go for the move straight away on Mikhail. And down the inside he goes. Takes third place. But as we've seen before, Rayner is just setting himself up for failure. As Mikhail gets DRS. And is about to get past Rayner. Around the outside he goes, and Mikhail is back up into third. You can watch the rear there. Rayner finally trying it back down the inside though. But it's not working. Mikhail gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits though. Rayner's hanging on without any penalty at the moment. So his goal now is just to stay within the track limits. He should be solid. Rayner still dropping off actually now. From the back of Mikhail and under a bit of pressure from Randro. Randro on a penalty as well. Rayner is the only one in the top 5 that hasn't got a time penalty. I think half of the grid have got time penalties here. Yeah, they do, exactly. Half the grid have got time penalties. Rayner sticking to the back of Mikhail somewhat decently. 5.5 tenths the gap, 5 tenths as we make our way down to turn 5. That really long straight with DRS enabled for Rayner is exactly what he needs. To get past Mikhail, but if I was Rayner, I wouldn't even deploy the DRS. I would deploy it to cover myself up from an attack from Randro, but I wouldn't try and get past Mikhail. But obviously we know that Rayner is not going to. Finally, patience. Patience is going to pay off for Rayner, and Mikhail almost wasn't expecting it. Rayner's going to get DRS here, but has he actually set himself up worse? Is he actually going to be too far back this time? DRS will bring him close. Will he go for it down the inside? He's covering off a move from Randro as well, whilst trying to get past Mikhail, but he hasn't managed to. But this is what he needs to do. This is what Rayner needs to do. He needs to not get past him down that straight. He needs to wait for turn 9 before he goes for the overtake. You've seen him nearly touching, actually, there, through the corner. Around the final few. And you can't, this camera's so high up, you can't even hear the engines. It's very peaceful. Around the final corner, there's going to be a little bit of a slipstream there for Rayner to chase down. Not enough for him to actually make an overtake. Only 4 people don't have penalties now. Yeah, that's true. It's depressing times we live in with track limits in this game. I don't think it's the game's fault though. I think it's fair. I just think people just don't care enough because the grid is not spread out enough. Like so what I mean actually is in actual F1 points mean something, right? You get money. You know, that's not a factor in this, so it doesn't matter as much if you're not going to win the championship. No one cares. And also, because the grid's quite spread out by the end of the race, there's also a case of, what's the point? You barely go wide and they give you a warning and you cut a corner and they don't care. Yeah, it is a bit broken, I always think. But anyway, Rayner struggling actually to get past Mikhail even with DRS and pushing it. He can't get past him, so maybe Mikhail's pulled a blinder here. We'll have to wait and see. 17 laps of this 29 lap race, 18 now as DJ crosses the line. Coys, who haven't really spoke much about him because there's not really much to speak about. He's 4 seconds ahead of Mikhail, so it means that his penalty is cancelled out, but he is 3 seconds within 3 seconds of DJ. He's not anymore. No, he is. If he can just stay within 3 seconds of DJ, he will be set to not win the race because they both got 3 second time penalties. So ignore everything I just said. But yeah, it's important that he stays 3 seconds. That Mikhail stays 3 seconds ahead of Rayner, and at the moment he's only 5 tenths ahead of Rayner, and that gap is about to come down tremendously down this straight. Such a long straight. DRS, you can see this train forming in the background. Randro actually close to the back of Rayner. Randro might be able to make an overtake, and you can look at this. This is genius from Rayner. I don't know if you. I don't know if you saw that or anyone watching. Rayner turns his DRS early, turns his DRS off earlier, so that it doesn't get as close to the back of Mikhail, so that he's set up better, so that it doesn't get forced into making an overtake. It's genius, but it's not working. he needs to just leave it on so that he's practically pushing Mikhail through that chicane, and then it will work. But Rayner's getting closer. He is getting closer to making this stick, but at the moment he's trying everything he can and it's not working. Or just get a good exit. Yeah, exactly. With what you said about the penalty thing, the reason why I don't is because I'll show you right now. Actually, well, it's not that bad, but it does. I mean, I know what penalties they're on. I just remember it, but I remember it for the main important people anyway. Not saying that people low down the grid aren't important, but let's be honest. You're here to watch the actual race, the race for first, aren't you? So it just takes up a bit more of the screen. It's not too bad. It used to be worse on the old game, which is why. But stuff like that is horrible. That's not great. That's not great either. So I just like to have it there. But maybe in the future, I mean, it's not very obstructive. So we might change it over in the near future. You see Randro has actually dropped off. I think there's a bit of an accident there because Randro is now overtaken by Berserker. He's back. Position changes aren't that bad. Debatable. It makes the warning thing stick out on my screen more. And when you're trying to ride on board with someone, you can definitely see the effect of it in a second. Look. See what I mean? I don't know, for me, it's just a little bit more obstruction. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, I'm having a look at I'm messing around with the wrong stuff now, but this is the worst one by a mile. That's terrible. Yeah, I know what you're saying. That's not too bad. It's just an empty space between the name and the times. Why don't they use it? So, oh wait, actually, yeah, you're right. I guess for someone like Beast Plays, there wouldn't be as much. But you're right. I mean, the interval, you know where it says interval, that could be shifted over to the left a bit more, I think. Anyway, down the inside goes Rayner. He's sick of waiting around. Oh no, Mikhail, he's past me. What the hell? Rayner's past Mikhail, and now he's got past Koiz. What? No, he's not. Oh, sorry. I'm literally reading this wrong. He was sick of waiting behind Mikhail, and now he's gotten past Mikhail, but Mikhail's got back past him again. Yeah, I don't even know what happened in my brain, Ern. I don't even know. It's because I'm tired. Been doing a lot of homework. Yeah, no, so I just kind of read it that he got past Koiz. The problem is, as well, is that I can't see what teams people are in, so just messing with my head a bit more. Because I don't actually know whose car is which sometimes. Yeah, Rayner just struggling behind Mikhail. Look at how he can just stick to the back of the car so effortlessly through those corners. Oh, look at this. Berserker having a blinder of a race here. He's really brought himself back into it. Might be able to even make a move on Rayner here. Here comes Rayner down the inside. Gets the move done pretty much on Mikhail. And here's Berserker down the inside. He's going to get 2 overtakes in 1. What a move from Berserker. Unbelievable. Mikhail ran wide off the track and down to the run down to turn 9. Berserker with a blinder gets up into P3. But he's going to get overtaken by Mikhail and overtaken by Rayner as well. And now Rayner may be able to get past Mikhail around the outside. No, he can't. Berserker's going to try and squeeze the car back down the inside and made the move. No, he's spun out. He's spun. Berserker's spun and he's into the wall. I'm pretty sure his car's okay. We won't need a safety car there. We'll get going again. Oh, he's just too eager on the rear end. So unfortunate for him. But definitely a bit of damage done to that car. Rayner 5/10 behind Mikhail. Oh, and look at this. Koiz is into the pits now. So let's see. I think Koiz will probably put the softs on because there's only 7 laps left. Was this the right strategy call from Koiz? I don't think it was. Because he's going to be quite the way off Mikhail and Reina. Actually, Koi's fly back down to 9th on the grid. I think that's a... I don't know. I'm not sure if that was a good call or not. I mean, these tyres will start dropping off. Let's see, Reina, 6 tenths back. It's better to be further back, though, in Reina's position. Using the ERS to get himself closer to Mikhail. Is he going to dive it down the inside and make Mikhail commit? No, he's not. But he has made Mikhail run deep in fears of an overtake. And now Reina is going to get this run. And this is what he's been waiting all race for. This is what I've been saying the whole time. This is what Reina's needed to do. Is he finally going to get past Mikhail? No, he's not around the outside. Can he make the move stick? I don't think he's going to be able to. And he runs it wide. And Randro... No, Dissolve is past him, but only for a little bit of time. And then Dissolve moves back behind Reina. But that was a bit of moment of panic there from Reina as he goes wide and lost that position to Randro. No, Dissolve, sorry. I mean, in what earth? That car is green, right? Here's Reina on the outside. This is not... where you normally see moves. Mikhail perfectly positioning his car to avoid it. Beast gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings regarding track limits. Reina blowing through. Mikhail's had a bad few corners there trying to defend against Reina. And this will set Reina up. Surely he's able to get past Mikhail before the end of this race. But Dissolve is a huge threat now. Much more than he was before. I think what Reina has to do here, as you see, that's Mickey or Randro. Someone's just gone off in the background there. I'm not sure who. Oh, there's Reina past him, but then driving off the track and trying to not get a penalty, but he does get a penalty. It's 3 seconds only. He's going very slowly in an attempt to not get a penalty. He is past now. In an unorthodox manner, though. And I don't think he's even going to be able to hold the position. This is brilliant for Dissolve, by the way, who's not got a penalty. This is great. I mean, he's going to be able to do a really good job. If he can just stick to the back of these guys, I mean, he doesn't even have to stick that close. Just if he can keep within a second, or at least 3, you know, at most 3 seconds, he will take P2. But yeah, interesting from Reina. Not entirely sure what happened there. Let's see how Mikhail goes about getting past the Argentine. DRS open for Mikhail. Is he going to go flying past? No, he's not. He will look for it down the inside, but he won't make the move. This is what Reina needed to do all these laps ago, because look at the exit that Mikhail gets. He's going to get DRS, and he's going to go down the inside of Reina, which somehow Reina's left unguarded. Unless he gets a switchback. No, he's just going to try and force it around the outside. Yep, Reina loses a position. That's going to be disappointing for Reina. This is going to be a hard one for him to take. Just watching through these corners, Reina maybe just hasn't played this to perfection, because Randro getting 3-second time penalty there, you know, it's difficult, isn't it? I think Reina going off the track, I'm not really sure what caused that. Koi's sets the fastest lap, so clearly those softs are working to some extent. But yeah, no, I think, yeah, not necessarily played to perfection here by Reina, but he is going to get DRS. See, Mikhail just did what Reina has had to do. But what Reina's doing is he's just going, thank you very much, taking the position, and then realising, oh dear, and then losing the position. And then back comes Mikhail. No, back comes Mikhail around the outside. And back into second place, and Rayner just can't defend it. He's going to try down the inside, but alas, there's no move. And whilst this is happening, Dissolve's just thinking to himself, this is going to be the easiest P2 in my life. I don't even have to overtake either of these guys. I mean, even with Koiz making his way through the field, as he has, by the way, made a bad choice, says Ern. Yeah, it's not a great choice. He is right behind them, though. And he's got a few laps to catch. Koiz is on a time penalty. All Dissolve has to do is, let Koiz through and stick behind them. These guys fighting, they're going to try and fight off Koiz to save their life as well. Dissolve's had an absolute blinder, and if he can just stick to the end of the race without a time penalty, this is going to be great for him. Right, have a look at this. Rayner down the inside into turn 5. This is interesting. He's not waiting for the DRS zone. He's going for the overtake straight away, but he hasn't managed to get it. And he does find himself behind. But on the straight, he goes flying past. Now, this is really aggressive from Rayner, but it might just work because he's a little bit further ahead. And there goes Dissolve down the inside of Mikhail. Dissolve's doing really well for himself here. On the right hand of the chicane, is there going to be contact between Dissolve and Mikhail? No, there isn't. Mikhail gets past and Koiz get past as well. And now Dissolve is struggling. But Rayner has done a good job because he's picked his point. And now he's up into P2 without any contention from Mikhail. Finally, he's made the move. But I know, Ern, you said that Koiz has made a bad decision. I don't think Koiz has. I think he's made an absolutely brilliant decision in going for the soft tyres earlier on. He's given himself time to go flying, slicing through the pack. And now, Koiz is going to get past Rayner, and Koiz might be able to get a 3-second time. I think that Koiz, I was thinking this before, and I did say it momentarily. Here comes Koiz, by the way, on Rayner, about to get past him, basically pushing Rayner through these corners. I think that Koiz, and also he's not even on 6 seconds, is he? So if he is in P2, he's going to keep P2, unless Dissolve has something to say about it. Tenastic's left the session now, after DNFing. Here comes Koiz, not making the move yet. He's waiting and he's waiting. What Koiz has done, I said this before, I said, unless he's able to get through the pack on those softs, and here he goes, up into P2, unless he's able to get through the pack on those softs really quickly, this is a terrible decision by him. And he has been able to get through the pack really quickly on the softs. And I didn't think he'd be able to, but he has. And the fact he's had the confidence that he's fast enough to do that, which is unsurprising. I mean, he's P2 in the sprint race, is brilliant. And this has been an absolutely fantastic drive from Koiz. And I think he'd be really, really pleased with taking P2, especially after the sprint race. And what a decision from him to take on those soft compound tyres, take a different strategy. Yeah, really, really good stuff from what would be the McLaren driver, except for the fact that his car is not a McLaren. Now Rayner has basically just got to fend off Mikhail for 2 more laps. But it's not going to be it's not that simple, is it? It's really not that simple. He's not got DRS from Koiz. Mikhail is close to being out of the DRS zone from Rayner. Is there anything Rayner can do to cut the DRS supply off? Well, maybe there is. 9/10 the gap. But into the DRS detection point, Mikhail barely makes the cut. And is within DRS range of Mikhail. And it gets deployed now. Let's see, the hunt is on. Oh, no, he doesn't have DRS. Never mind, Mikhail doesn't get DRS. Now, Dissolve does get DRS on Mikhail, but not enough to get past him. Let's see this from Mikhail. We ride on board with him. This should be a simple move down the inside. I mean, Rayner does this every single time. He just lets him down the inside. Is there a reason for that? I mean, they're really close, actually, this time. Can Rayner keep it around the outside? No, there's contact. He can't. Dissolve not able to make a move. Reminds me of something. Don't even mention it, Ern. I will ban you from the chat. I'm joking, but don't. Rayner. Yeah, I mean, this is a tough spot for Rayner. At this point, he's finishing 5th. He desperately needs to get past Mikhail. Desperation will start to kick in. We've got yellow flags in Sector 3. We can't have a safety car this late in the race. It just doesn't happen. Rayner struggling. He needs this. He needs this move. Now more than ever. We're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. And this is crucial. This is a crucial point for him to get more points than both Randro and Mikhail in this championship. It is absolutely crucial for Rayner. Dissolve will get past them both, because Dissolve has pulled an absolute blinder. Coys has pulled an even bigger blinder in that soft tyre strategy. Props to him. Patience or aggression? Well, exactly. Patience is key, but not for Rayner. Down the inside he goes. On Mikhail, slowing down, losing the rear. He has to cut the corner. Will he get a time penalty for this? Coming out. Yes, he does. He gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. Here comes Mikhail. Can he get past him? Will that penalty be removed? Well, we'll have to wait and see for the end of this race. I mean, will it... After this race, will the time penalty be removed? Mikhail gets a 3-second time penalty for track limits. It's all kicking off. Dissolve spins around. Dissolve. It was in the bag for him. It was perfect. All he had to do was make it through these last 3 corners, and he couldn't do it. Dissolve has spun around in the race. That 3rd place just slips from him. DJ wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix in brilliant style. Dominates the weekend. Coys with a fantastic strategy. Finishes 2nd. Rayner will cross the line 3rd on track, but Mikhail gets 3rd from him as he gets demoted to P4. Unbelievable. Randro 5th. Dissolve does get the 6th, but Mickey gets the 5th. Actually, as Dissolve gets demoted, he must have got a time penalty at the end. All Dissolve needed to do to get 3rd place was to not spin around, and the one thing that Dissolve did was spin around. Unbelievable. Young leader comes across the line to take P8. Raj P9. Beast plays P10, and Berserker, who did look... He had a good bit of pace that race, but we saw him spin round. And that was the end of that for his race. DJ winning by a mile. Coy's blind river strategy to get P2. What will be said about Rayner's 5-second time penalty? He lost the rear, had to take to the runoff, and got a penalty for it. I'll be interested in the decision that is made. Driver of the day goes to Mickey. But this man, I mean... Yeah, cheers for that, Ern. This man right here, we didn't speak about him a lot, but this, one of the most dominant performances I've seen in a while. From start to finish, there was no question who was going to win this race. Unreal performance. From DJ. Coy's 2nd, Mikhail 3rd, Rayner 4th, and Mickey 5th. Dissolve. Honestly. 3rd place was in the bag. And then he took that bag and chucked it off a cliff. Unbelievable. That concludes the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you, Ern, as always, for being my Ted Kravitz on the side. 7th to 2nd, I'll take that, Coy's. What a strategy, mate. What a strategy. You're my driver of the day just for that strategy at the end. You got screwed over in the sprint by internet. Unreal. I doubted you with the softs. I said, does he really have it in him to, slice through the pack like that? I don't think he does. I think it's going to be a very difficult ask, but you did it. Unreal. My driver of the day goes to Coys. Brilliant drive from him. Thank you to everyone who joined in. Join the stream, watch the stream. We did have 10 at one point, dropped to 6 by the end, but we did have 8. We did have 10 people watching as the drivers crossed the line. So thank you to everyone who tuned in over the stream. I hope to see you again next week for another absolutely fantastic race. I just know it will be. That was our fullest race. We did only end with 11 drivers, but that's more than we normally do. Yeah, thanks for everyone who tuned in. And we will hopefully see you again next week. But from me and Aurora Racing to wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, or good night.